I don't want to take up too much of your time, and we might have a brief interruption. I got a lot going on, but I wanted to give a message that will hopefully come to you at the right time, or it'll be a good confirmation that you should not proceed with people that are fishing for information right now. You feel me? I am going to be hitting the bell, so if you have earbuds in, if you're driving, make sure you turn down the volume just a little bit. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. Okay, so I'm going to make this brief and to the point. Your patience is being tested. You guys already know. Everything you are going through as of late is testing your patience, and you can feel it. You can literally feel people doing certain things that feel weird. I feel like intuitively, because there's so many planets in retrograde, it's really giving you like a spiritual cleanse. And whatever area of life you haven't really been touching on, these retrogrades are making you look at or making you remember. So what I channeled for you guys is you guys got people feeling really dumb for trying to lie to you. You guys are seeing and realizing that anyone fishing is sorely mistaken. You're thinking, I got enough on my plate. You are so relevant right now. And you guys could have watched yesterday's message. But your patience is being tested, and you are going down this rabbit hole of trying to not let it be despair, trying to let it be something that you guys are able to fix. So you're really having to stay positive right now with everything that's going on. And hold on, guys. You guys are trying to stay positive with everything that's going on, but Mars is in retrograde, Jupiter is in retrograde, Mercury is in retrograde. I don't even know what other planets. There's like 6 planets in retrograde. So you guys are starting to see that you guys are going to figure out a way to make a new shield. Things that you didn't focus on before, you're like, okay, I have to figure out how to look at those things, dissect them, fix them, rectify them, and heal from them and move on. Because if you're not able to fix them, all hell is going to break loose. You guys feel intuitively that you've got to take care of certain things or all hell will break loose. And while all of that is going on, you have people that are trying to fish for things. You're like, I cannot help you right now. Let's be so for real. Some people that lied to you in the past are going to try to pull up on you, invite you to do something, and they're trying to be the wing person of someone else. Okay, so you guys could be dealing with this in one of 2 ways. You guys could be dealing with someone like a boss that is being the wing person of someone else. Does that make sense? So they're going to do their dirty work. But you've already been burned by this person before, so you're not going to do that. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry guys. When family's home, it gets so loud in my house, and I didn't have any other time to try to do this because it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so you guys are dealing with those type of interruptions where you are going about your day. You're trying to do your own thing, and then you're looking down at your phone and you're like, what do they want? What? And there is somebody that's trying to interfere with your new protocol. Okay, again, you guys could have watched yesterday's message. Your new protocol is making people feel irrelevant. Their power is gone. Okay, so this is going to be like part 2 of that. So if you missed part one, bestie, what are you doing? What are you doing? So that was yesterday's live stream, part one. I know I haven't been live in a while. The month of December's crazy. But regardless, these messages are timeless. There is somebody trying to cause interference because you took their power away with the new protocol, the cleanse, the purge that you have going on in your life. And they have fear of not being able to control you, fear of not being able to bully you, fear of like, wait, where's my power going? How do I siphon it? How do I take it from them? And so this could be a boss trying to do this for another coworker. Basically what I'm getting is there are a lot of people that do not have the audacity or the courage to confront you about something that they want from you. People want things from you, but people are very intimidated of you right now because you got a whole no nonsense. There's no nonsense here. That's how people that are parasitic are seeing you. They're like, oh my gosh, they're just shriveling up into the little bug that they are. You feel me? People that are of the light are like, oh my gosh, you look so pretty. Like, you know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. So there's one or the other. You have people of the light that are like, you're light, but they're like giving you all these compliments. And then all of the people that are parasitic, they are shocked, nervous, uneasy around you. So they're all walking on eggshells. So they might be pushing somebody in front of them saying, you go ask them. Because everybody needs something from you to serve somebody else or themselves. So this is what you're going to be seeing over the next 4 days. I'm hearing 4 days. Over the course of the next 4 days, starting today, you are going to see people fishing for things because whatever you normally do ain't what you're doing right now. I'm going to say that again. Whatever you normally do, you ain't doing it right now because you have so much on your plate. God is making you cleanse something in your life that you do not normally have to look at. Whether it has to do with your health or your relationship. This is like what would the word be? This is a mandatory purge. Okay, this is mandatory. God's like, remember that thing you don't like looking at? Remember? We got to take care of that. So as you're taking care of that, no one knows what you're up to. You are quiet as a mouse. You are quiet. And people are like, well, what are they doing? I need stuff from them. I need to control them. I need to let them know that I don't like them. And blah, blah, blah. Like, you could care less. And you are showing people you're irrelevant. Did you not get the memo? You're irrelevant. Well, let me remind you. I'm going to leave you on red. Oh, my phone's on do not disturb. Oh, I read your message and I'm not replying. How do you like me now? Affirm it below. How do you like me now? Yesterday's message was about you guys taking care of you, numero uno, you making yourself a top priority, and all of the narcissists that you've humbled. They don't like it. So yesterday, that's part one, if you missed it. Okay? But, yeah, get a ticket, get in line. Thank you. Thank you, Empress. You already know. You must be very familiar with my content. Because I tell you guys all the time, did they forget that there is a line? Did this terrible boss, terrible mother, terrible father, terrible sister, brother, cousin, whoever, did they forget that there is a line? You got a whole new regime, a whole new protocol, but one thing has stayed the same. And if you are a hater, step to the left, take a number, get in line. It stretches around the block. You are not anyone special. Sit down. Literally, sit down. How do you like me now? You guys are going through a big realization. God could be placing, and I don't want to scare anybody. So please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt or only take it if it resonates. You could feel like God is placing parasitic things either in your body or in your life to push how you deal with it. Deal with them or deal with it. I'm trying to say two words at once. Does that make sense? God is trying to show you what the trash can is, where the trash can is. Like, hey, what you've been putting in your body, we can't be doing that no more. This is the big picture of what that will look like in the future. Riddle me what? Do we want that? Probably not. Probably not. God is showing us what is parasitic in our life. Is it a relationship? Is it a toxic job? Which will literally feast on our light. So this could be physically what's going on, and you're ready to kill the germs, kill the parasites. You're ready to take the trash to the curb. You feel me? God is showing us this relationship that you've been in, on, off. This is parasitic. We have to clean house. This job is taking way too much energy, time, and it's borderline, the S word, slavery. It's borderline that. You guys have had it. You guys have had it. You are bucking up. You're like, okay, I haven't looked at this in a little while. Fine. But this is not my first rodeo. I am a survivor. I am a spiritual gladiator. And these parasites must have me all the way effed up. I will fight. I will conquer. I will divide. I will cleanse. And I'll do it again. I will do it again. You feel me? You are seeing that anything parasitic in your life, you are starting to see where it's feasting on your life. Is it that job and you know that you need to be self-enterprising? Try to fish for compliments, fish for information, and you're going to leave them on notice. When they see that that you've read their message, or that you read their message and then you turn your phone off, they're going to have known that you did not believe the lie and that anything that they say goes out the window. Because whatever you fell for before in the past, you will never fall for again. You will never fall for again. Let me give you guys some examples. Let's say your boss, you have a terrible boss. Okay, we got a lot of those out here. And they were like, oh my gosh, I'll give you time off. I'll give you some days off. And then they did the opposite. So now they might be offering you time off and you're like, riddle me what? You are not to be did. The last time I got some time off, that's not what it was. That's not what it was. So these people are fishing to see, do I still have power? Do I still have influence? And the answer is no. The answer is no. Yes, blinders off. You literally were like, oh, yeah, I need whatever they're asking for. I need whatever they're offering. But then something stops you. That's going to be the rest of your week. Something's going to stop you and say, wait, the last time they offered their assistance, offered me anything, fished for anything, I ended up trapped. I ended up pissed. I ended up mad. I ended up losing. And you're like, that is never ever happening again. So there are a lot of people. Hold on, guys. There are a lot of people that are trying to figure out. Let's see if this clears up. There we go. There are a lot of people that are trying to act like you don't know what's going on. And you've been stripped of any type of confidence in these people. These people would leave you like dusted, busted on the side of the road. If they could get away with it, they would do that. Trust and believe they would do that. So you guys are going to have people trying to fish for something that they think you need. But they don't realize that your protocol has changed. They don't realize that. They're like, wait, this used to work. How come it's not working now? Because you are doing this is probably the biggest cleanse you will ever do. Whether it is physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever is going on, you refuse to be shook. You refuse to be dealing with trash. You are coming to major realizations. Hold Hold on, guys. Someone does not want you guys to have this message. Probably the trash can Decepticons. I know, riddle me what? Riddle me what? Try to mess with this message? I don't freaking think so. Haters are in the building. Haters are in the building. We got winners in the building. We got haters in the building. You feel me? You feel me? And we are in Mercury, you know what? Mercury's doing its thing and it's, you know, freaking out. So, you know, what are you going to do? I've done hundreds, if not, I've done thousands of live streams. I know when one's going to be tampered with, and I'm not the one. Oh, anything not of the divine plan is no longer welcome here and must leave immediately. My ancestors only of the highest white light and Archangel Michael, as I calibrate to the energy of the collective. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Hold on. Thank you, Ryan. We are not the one. I might turn off the Wi-Fi because it's been being really slow today. So I was like, oh, we might have a problem in this live stream. But we're still going to proceed. Okay. I wasn't going to make this message long anyway. So it's also like my ancestors saying, get to the point, and keep it there. Keep it short and sweet. Okay. So there are unexpected things that you guys have been dealing with. And whatever these unexpected things are, you are seeing like, I don't have time for that. You are not about to trap me up in some mess, not ever again. And they're always trying to disturb the realizations that you are going through. Okay, so you're coming through these realizations of what will work in your life and what will not work in your life. And as that's happening, the phone rings, life starts glitching, and you guys aren't dealing with that. I'm getting that you guys are of, hold on. Let's see if that works. I don't know what's being slower. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, bump up the HD settings to 720p. See if that clears it up. Let me turn off the Wi-Fi on this tablet. Okay. I'm not giving up. Never, 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 never. It's not happening. Okay. So let me try to get to the end of this message because I'm getting out this message. You guys are going through radical acceptance of yourself. And so what you're trying to fix right now is what God is showing you. Like, hey, this job doesn't work for you anymore. This boss doesn't work for you anymore. This relationship. There are certain relationships that you guys are dealing with that you know for a fact are on their way out the door. You feel me? And you are accepting powerful allies, realizing that you have the power to influence. And that's what these people are scared of. Devil energy is sending a lot your way because you have the power to influence. But if you're sitting here tripping on your health, tripping on your job, tripping on your little dog too, how powerful of influence can you be? You would not even believe half the things that I deal with before I even do a message for you guys. The devil really be trying it. You would not believe the things that I fight through just to get these messages out. I don't talk about it a lot because I refuse to empower it. But devil energy is real. Just like God is real. Just like God is real. So somebody's going to try to give you an invitation. They're going to try to pull up on you. They're going to try to be the plot twist. They're going to try to interfere for either themselves or somebody else. Okay, there's somebody that they're trying to help or assist, or it's all of them combined. They're like, oh my gosh, let's see if we can still push our weight around. People want to push their weight around with you. And it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't matter what they're offering you. They could be offering you a raise. They could be offering you a bonus. And they could be offering you a freaking car. And you're like, the last time they offered me something, it all went to hell. Ooh, I'm hearing a street bike. Vroom. Confirmation. Okay, it's all cap. It's all BS. Whatever they're trying to interfere in, you guys see through them. You are not putting up with the text messages, the invitations. Even if you have fear of missing out, you ain't going. They could invite you to the ball and you're like, I'm not taking it by your invitation. People want you to feel pressured or bad. Like, oh, you should do this because other people have it worse. They're just always, you deal with a lot of walking contradictions. And this is why you're trying to get rid of certain things in your life. Things that aren't of use to you anymore. Maybe you've been having a bad reaction to people at work, a bad reaction to alcohol, a bad reaction to sugar. It could be anything. God is showing you, hey, we don't need this in our life anymore. Because it's going to destroy you or your traditions or the life that you want to build for yourself. So you were like Alice in Wonderland right now, like, I can't be going through that. And that's when they're like, you hear a ding, a text message. You're like, I'm not trying to talk to them right now. They're very extra. They're over the top. They be trying too hard. They don't have street smarts like you guys. I know this message seems specific. At the same time, if it's not your message, it's not your message. Don't jam it up and make it fit. You guys already know we're all grown here, or we trying to be. These people don't have street smarts like you. This is not your first rodeo. Where you used to be a little bit nice and civil and cordial, you ain't sprinkling none of that on top. You ain't sprinkling none of that on top. You've been slept on for too long, underestimated for too long, and you are not putting up with, you're like, I'm not finishing last. They could overlook me all day long, but they know I'm not the one. Because anyone parasitic right now is walking on eggshells around you. Anyone straight demonic is going for the gusto. And anyone of the light is keeping it real cute and real simple. You guys can read people to filth with one eye. You guys can read people to filth. You're going to be getting text messages and emails right now. Think carefully before responding, if you respond at all. People are seeing right now, oh, there's a new protocol. And whatever this new protocol, you are detached from whatever they're trying to bring your way. You gave up alcohol. Good for you. I know that's not easy to do. There are certain things where your body is not responding as well. I got specific keywords, so only take it if it applies. You guys could be having other health issues that have been gradually happening because of endometriosis, being anemic, SIBO, IBS, or even food poisoning. Whatever it is, you guys are seeing where you can't stress. You are seeing where you cannot stress, and you're like, I'm trying to be the empress over here. I'm not trying to be sick as a dog. I'm not trying to be sick as a dog. So God is showing you where the alcohol won't help, the sugar won't help, the stress won't help. And some of the health issues you guys have been dealing with were stress induced. And you are cutting cords to a regime that does not serve you anymore, to a protocol that does not serve you anymore. So you guys drop your scissors down below if this is your message. You are officially detached. Where people thought, oh, they'll text me back. They're just nice about it. They'll text something back, even if they don't want to, even if they don't want to let me push them around. And you ain't saying shit. You are not saying anything. You have had it. You're like, I'm going through my own roller coaster. I'm going through my own spiral. And you can overlook, underlook, sleep on. You're the trash can. Okay? Hanging out with other trash cans. So I suggest that you can fly a kite and all go lick each other. Dirty little trash cans. Dirty little hamsters. You feel me? Because you are seeing that you are not out of place anymore. You are exactly where you need to be, despite these transits, despite these retrogrades. You are exactly where you need to be. You're dealing with enough unexpected that anything they're trying to do, it's coming in. It might surprise you at first, but it's still coming in slow. And you are going to spiritually knock it out of the park. Affirm it below. I am a spiritual gladiator. I always knock it out of the park. You learn so fast. Whoever I'm speaking to, you guys learn things fast. I'm hearing an airplane. So you're always clear for takeoff. You are seeing like, oh, that person went through those issues, that toxic relationship for 6 years. That person went through those health issues for 10 years. That ain't gonna be me. You freaking refuse. You are not the one. You see that you have to fight through things so you can lead. You see that you have to fight through things so you can be the light for others. Because you're like, I don't have time to be sick. I don't have time to be just feeling this way all the time. Like you refuse, but you are learning not to put band-aids on things. You are learning gratitude. You are feeling truly humbled and truly blessed at the same time because it is making you very grateful for the things that are going good in your life. But any trash can trying to pull up on you, it's like in slow motion. You're like, I got one eye open and I see you. Please sit down. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself. And whatever you guys have been dealing with that has been making you feel ill or sick or tired of, whatever has been triggering certain wounds, you are seeing that not only are you an influencer, but you are a leader and you are a star messenger. You are realizing, I am going to protect my inner child. Your inner child could be like, oh my gosh, what is happening? What is happening to our body? What is going on? And you are realizing that you are ferociously going to protect that inner child of yours. Some of you guys are putting it in that perspective like, okay, my shadow would be like, stick a Band-Aid on it. We're fine. Let's keep going. And you are seeing where that doesn't work for you anymore. And your inner child or your nervous system is like, what is happening? So you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to like get my head out of my ass and I've got to fix this the right way. There's a new protocol. There's a new regime. And people don't like it. Oh well. They'll get over it. They will get over it. You are looking at what shadow aspects you got to look dead on, like, oh, hello, shadow. I was saving this aspect for last. It's time to integrate your ass, your behind, because I'm not the one. You are seeing where you underestimated your shadow, and you are seeing where you want to protect your inner child, especially if these are wounds from your childhood, where you've had to mother yourself, where you've had to parent yourself, where you've had to heal yourself, where you've had to figure things out on your own. You guys are starting to see that, like, oh, I've been through this before, but now I have more knowledge. Now I'm stronger, and I'm going to shield my inner child from even being afraid. Because I want my inner child to thrive. I'm going to do for my inner child what my family never did for me. I'm going to do for my inner child like my parents could never or didn't even want to. Wherever you have felt abandoned in life, you are now addressing that head on. You are a beast. You are an animal. You are ferocious. You are unlocking a new character. You are unlocking a new spiritual animal. Can't nobody tell you nothing. And you still woke up feeling blessed. I know whoever I'm speaking to, you are strong on another level. That people, it's unmatched. That's why I know this message is somewhat specific, because you don't even bother explaining it to people what you go through. Maybe a very small amount of people, maybe one or two people, you even explain half the things you be going through, because you're not about to be feeling sorry for yourself. You're learning the balance between, I don't need to feel bad. I don't need to have a pity party. I need to really genuinely resolve said issue. And you are feeling like, I know my luck is far and few between right now, but I create my own luck. I know some things are going awry, but I have the utmost faith that I am a survivor. You guys look at people that have gone through things, and you really take those things to heart, the hard lessons that other people have been through, because you genuinely have been through enough hard lessons on your own that you can see and have compassion for the people that couldn't figure it out, or took a very long time to figure it out, or just figured it out. You take that pain and you add that to your wisdom. You add that to your vault. There's a lot of things that you do remember, even if you feel like you have bad memory. Or, thank you, Sonia, even if you feel like you have short-term memory or bad memory, you put a lot on your plate to remember for the future. Like, hey, if I ever get sick like this is what I'm going to do. If I'm ever going through something internally, this is what I'm going to do. Or something with my children, this is how I'm going to handle it. You are seeing where Band-Aids don't work. There's no quick fix to whatever you're working on. That could be a little bit terrifying. Dominique, thank you so much. It could be a little bit terrifying. Thank you for your donation. It could be really terrifying that there isn't a quick fix. You guys could have watched yesterday's message. People are feeling very irrelevant because they can see there's a new protocol and you're not civil. You're not cordial. You wish them well, or you wish them something. We're not going to get into that. But you guys are, hi Randon, you guys are seeing that you're not, I forgot what I was going to say. People can see that you're not messing around. That you're not messing around with even the niceties, because you don't have to. You are realizing the power within. Thank you, White Buffalo. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you for being here. You've been overlooked for a long time. God hid you in plain sight. And you are coming to the truth. You're reflecting in a very different way. Yesterday's message was very hard for me to get through without crying. And sometimes when I'm channeling something, I have to wait until the day after to say what was really going on. Does that make sense? Half the things I'd be going through to get these messages, or to channel them, or to even say them, is a whole ordeal. And God put me here to be a daily inspiration to say that we can do it. We can keep fighting. We will get to the bottom of it. We will keep uncovering truth. We will keep speaking our truth. And we will keep inspiring others. If you are not familiar with my channel, here we are learning the best way to accept ourselves while self-improving. The best way to step into our authenticity while building the life that we deserve. Being the generational curse breaker, being a star messenger in whichever way you do that, whether it's music, whether you coach or train or teach or lead, however you guys do that, you are all a star in your own way. And you have powerful influence. That is why you guys are always messed with. That is why you've been messed with since you were a small child, because your light spoke before you could say 2 words. But now you're realizing the power of that and you're grateful. Your light speaks before you can say 2 words. You are seeing that your roar and the way that you are royally angry when you're mad is not worth a trash can. Okay? When you are going to use your royal anger, that is for people that you love. Okay? That is to resolve. That is not for whoever the frick that wants to press some buttons. Your buttons don't get pressed the way that they used to. You don't get triggered the way that you used to. And you believe in yourself more. So I know whatever you guys are dealing with right now personally, you don't even have to say it out loud. I can feel it. And that's why yesterday's message was very hard for me to get through without crying. Because whatever you are going through, you are not alone. Whatever health issues, relationship issues, you feel like, I don't know how to leave this person. I don't know how to file for divorce. I don't know how to fight them for custody. I just don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to leave this job and bounce back. I don't know how I'm going to pay next week's bills. I don't know how I'm going to overcome this health issue when they're all stacked against me. Whatever is stacked against you right now, you are not the one. You are going to figure out a way to rise. You are going to figure out a way to rise because you are worth it. And then some. You are worth it. And God is showing you you are valued. We could have easily been taken out in many different type of ways. And you are here every day, grateful that you get to rise out of your bed. You're like, okay, yesterday didn't go according to plan, but I'm going to keep trying. I know there's a new protocol in place for me to unlock this spirit animal within me. I know I'm ferocious. I know I'm of high honor. And I will be militant in fixing this. Some of us feel like we're going through a spiritual boot camp, a spiritual basic training. We are on a spiritual training ground. And I see you treasuring the realizations that you are coming to, where normally you might be very hard on yourself, like, oh, duh, you should have known that. You should have not done that. You should have not answered the phone. You should have not said nothing to them. No one bounces back faster than you, and no one pivots quicker than you. Okay, so remember that about yourself. Okay, remember that about yourself. You are saying goodbye to a certain way of being. You are saying goodbye to a certain way of responding to anyone acting, however. You are figuring out a different way to, your persona is changing. Well, it's elevating. There are a lot of people monitoring your reputation and they see that it's changing. And you have the power to influence. You are marketing yourself different. You are thinking carefully before you respond. You could be a people pleaser in recovery. You could be a hothead in recovery. But you are calling back your power through what you're going through. You are not letting the odds that are piling up against you, you are not going to let them win. You're like, I know most people would give up. They would be like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of crap to go through. But you won't even tell people the whole list because you don't want anyone feeling sorry for you. You are also learning how to and who to properly vent to. And now you are properly vetting people like never before. You are a spiritual champion. And you guys got people feeling pretty dumb for trying to lie to you. There are some people that are really feeling your absence right now. Okay, they're really feeling like, oh my gosh, this really sucks without collective. They're literally freaking out. Some of them got a little bit too smart, a little bit too fresh, and thought, I can run amok, I can run buckshot, they trust me, and they effed up. And if they ever think that they can lie to you again, they are sorely mistaken. If they think they can fish for a hello, a how do you do, oh my gosh, thank you, they are sorely mistaken. There are people that interfered and caused blockages in your life because you trusted them. And it will not never happen again because they delayed your new beginning by 6 months. I'm hearing that specifically. You guys had certain people delay some type of growth or promotion by 6 months. And that ain't a little bit of time. Whoever I'm talking to, that is not a little bit of time. I'd be pissed. You delay me by 6 months because I trusted you, I would be livid. Sorry, I just washed my hair and it's like sticking up. You know when your hair is like freshly washed and it just wants to go boing, and it's winter. So we're good. They tried to block you from seeing your power. Somebody lied to you in the beginning. Whoever these people are, they're feeling your absence right now. They lied to you when you first met them. And then they kept testing the waters. They waited to lie again. And you thought, maybe they're like me and they learned from their mistake, and they didn't. They tried it again. So if they think for a second that you would just let them interfere, they're definitely a dummy. They're definitely a dummy. Because now you're seeing like, okay, they delayed me by 6 months. They delayed me by 3 months. However long some of these people delayed you getting what you're supposed to get, there is a rhyme and a reason. There was something there were people that you were supposed to meet, divine intervention. There were lessons that you were supposed to learn. So now you can trust way less than you're trusting. You feel me? This is like, say you're working on a business and you trust the first marketing person you get, right? So you trust them. They burn you. Whatever they delayed and whatever you went through, God would be like, okay, I'm showing you this so the next marketing person that comes in for you, you properly vet them. And we are not always informed, but we get informed, lickety split. Yes, how do you like me now? We get informed real quick. We go from 0 to informed real quick. Real fucking quick. Okay? Affirm that below. We go from 0 to informed real quick. Real freaking quick. We are fast learners. Like, we make a mistake and we fall hard. For us, I feel like the collective, when we fall hard, the faster we rise. When we fall hard, we're like, oh, that ain't never happening again. Never. 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 Okay? And that's what makes you guys so amazing. You learn fast. And because of all of the turmoil that was caused earlier in life, you're like, oh, I got to look at other people's grief and what they don't appreciate and what they do appreciate, and I have to take that into account. You are a blessing. You are powerful, and this is why God chose you as a born leader, a guru, anointed. This is why you are chosen. Because you have a lot to learn on this earth, on this spiritual training ground. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. You go from 0 to informed. You're like, oh, well, I trusted them and that went bad. Now let me fix it. And what God is teaching us right now is to not be attracted to the quick fix, to not be attracted to a band-aid, to not, the new protocol is to take our time and to properly vet and to really reflect on what would be better for us and not us misdiagnosing ourselves. Again, not looking for a quick fix. That is the new beginning that you guys are getting. And it could seem annoying, but your light is fluorescent right now. And other people that are of the light are going to be in awe of you, and they're going to immediately say something to you. Because though you could feel internally a mess, going through health issues, again, I keep getting health issues that feel like they're stacked against you. You guys go from 0 to informed really quick, and you're learning how to properly take care of yourself for the long haul. And you're seeing how your nervous system is affected. And I'm also getting that you guys could have CPTSD. If you guys suffered from narcissistic abuse, okay, if you guys suffered from narcissistic relationships or parents or just a lot of people like that in your life that did all types of things with their power, you guys are starting to see that your nervous system could have been affected by that. So you guys might be taking ice baths. You're learning how to be in your body. So ice baths, even if it's just for your hands, getting yourself to be calm, because it's hard for you to be in your body when things are going wrong. I'm getting that very specifically. So if you do have CPTSD, it's hard for you to be in joy for too long, or happiness too long, or anger and too long. And that could have brought on addictions. It could have brought on overindulgences in things. And now you're seeing where those things are backfiring, and you're going to have to sit in this energy of fixing it properly. And that's okay, bestie, because you're not alone. You're not alone. We're all learning how to laugh more, to live more, to be more grateful, and to really sit in the fact that, like, we got this. We are protected and we are shielded in every way possible. We just have to remember to keep believing and keep having faith. Our faith is being tested right now. Our patience is being tested right now. And so what you're doing is things that you tried to avoid. Maybe you tried to avoid meditating, you tried to avoid visualization or journaling, certain things that do work for you. Maybe you tried to avoid working out or going to the gym or walking, whatever it is. You are seeing where those things are vital in your life to keep your stress levels down. You move at the speed of light, so you need outlets, bestie, because you are supposed to be not only creatively expressive, you are supposed to love fearlessly. Oh, Star, I'm sorry. I read your message, Star, your comment yesterday about, I think it was your daughter. And it was so hard to get through yesterday's message, because it's that feeling when, it's like getting a diagnosis that could take you out, and still saying, I'm grateful to be here, and I'm going to knock this out of the park. This is like what you could have gone through in your spiritual awakening, what you could have gone through in your childhood. This is happening for your highest good. And I know that you know that. It doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that it's easy to go through. And this energy is very hard for me to channel without crying. Because I'm like, okay, God, I get it. Okay, I hear the message. But it breaks me down. Like, it makes me sad. This is like seeing all of your loved ones going through health issues. It's like seeing all of the people that you care about going through the most terrible divorce, going through the most terrible relationship, and them not thinking that they're strong enough. I told you guys yesterday, you thought for a second about giving up. You know it's not within you. You know it is not in your DNA, but you considered it because you're tired. Because you're tired. God is doing this so your life can be pure in a way that you would really appreciate. True. Thank you, Patrick. True in a way that you would, or true and pure in a way that you would really appreciate. That you would really love to see. And these things are going to make you feel good. It doesn't feel like that right now. It's like when you have a cough and you got to take the cough drops and you're like, these are not it. These are not it. This doesn't feel good, but you know it's going to make you feel better. You know it's going to help you roar. It's going to help you use your inner voice. You know it's going to help you speak again, and you know it's going to help you cough less. It's the same thing with the exercise that God is pushing. It's the same thing with the taking out sugar or alcohol or substances. Whatever is speaking to you right now, whisper is getting louder and louder and louder because you know you're like, I'm not letting that take me out. And you know what? It would be better that we did these things on our own recognizance, but at the same time, sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Okay? And even though it didn't happen that way for some of the things that you're going through, whatever you are about to cleanse and the new protocol that is being brought in, you're going to be fearless in a way that I can't even figure out how to articulate. But I'm going to try. It's like feeling down on yourself for your body. Feeling like you've dumped on your body for so long, like you've just treated your body like crap, like you just didn't appreciate it. And this is like going to the gym and trying to work out some health issues or some emotional issues, whatever you're going through. And then getting that fearless, ferocious confidence that no amount of injections, Botox, Ozempic, whatever could buy. Do you guys know what I mean? It's like that. That's what God is bringing you. God is showing us, let's clear out this mess and let me show you how to really be unstoppable. Let me show you how to really cleanse, purify, purge, reset, mend, and upgrade your life in a way where you feel like you are purely walking on sunshine. And if you are being prompted to exercise, it is going to better equip you for stress because you'll be a little bit more calmed down. You'll be feeling way more confident and you'll have something to do when you're mad. Okay. So some of you guys might just start slowly, even just going to the gym or going to do something that you don't like doing. You just start one day at a time. Baby steps. Maybe it was something you were good at doing and you stopped doing because your self-esteem started, it happens. We go through waves and we go through cycles. And in this cycle, you guys are becoming an animal, a lion. In this new cycle, you guys are becoming purely unstoppable. I don't think there's many things that can give us a good amount of confidence like exercise can. I see people in the gym that they're wearing like a sports bra and they could, do you know what I mean? You can tell like, yeah, I could cover up, but I'm not going to cover up because I am here to work on myself and I'm proud of myself. It melts my heart when I see people at the gym that are like willing and I don't know what the word is. They're honest with themselves enough to say, I don't have it right yet, but I'm going to start. It's like that scared feeling of going into the gym and being like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I have a trainer. People are going to be looking at me. Or, oh, I'm a bigger girl or I'm a bigger guy and people are going to be looking at me. I love that there's people of every shape and size that are trying. They're just in there trying. Your new protocol is you have new sanctuaries, whether it's Pilates, yoga, but it's going to get your mind right and you're going to be feeling good. And this is the type of confidence that you need, that no amount of hair color or makeup or a good, arm candy could make you feel, because you deserve to be unstoppable in every capacity. You deserve that. If you guys feel bad vibes at the gym, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of shady, shisty, negative people in the gym, but I don't focus on that. They're irrelevant to me. When people have a nasty vibe, they're invisible, okay? And this is why I don't make a lot of eye contact when I'm in super public places. What I do personally is I pretend like nobody else exists. I only see light. I do not see dark energy. And even if I catch it out of the corner of my eye, it ain't never going to get a glimpse again. It is never going to get a glimpse again. And whatever you guys have been resisting, you're no longer resisting. Some of you guys get social anxiety, and you're figuring this out. You are figuring out how you're going to gain confidence in yourself, how you're going to trust more in yourself to put yourself out there, whether it's starting a YouTube channel, whether it's starting a social media, starting a podcast, whatever you are doing, you are no longer resisting. You are stepping into your power. And you are going to start at your comfort level. You are going to start at your comfort level. If you guys are getting back into the gym, let's say you guys are entering your winter arc, you might want to go to a gym where you know that there's a women's room, where you know that it's really quiet. If you guys are in the States, I can rank gyms, okay? If you have a friend with a hookup for a private gym, do that. Riddle me what? Do that. Especially if you can get a discount, because you can do things more privately. Because I know my besties and I know we're private people. We do not like being out in a whole crowd all the freaking time, because there's so many daggers and whatever, and you could be holding yourself very well, but your nervous system on the inside could be like, oh my gosh, get me the freak out of here. How long are we going to be here? So I recommend going private if you guys are thinking about going back to the gym and entering your winter arc, because I can feel that so heavy. You're like, F the new year. I ain't waiting for that. I'm starting today. Whatever your health issues will override your fear. That's what I'm getting. And God made it that way on purpose. Those messages about physical activity in the gym are for those of you that are going through health issues. You are needing an outlet to not be triggered. You are needing an outlet to not freak out. And if you are that scared, you will take your ass to the gym, no matter how terrified you are. And then you'll start to sink in and seeing there's other people here that are uncomfortable. There's other people that can't even come here by themselves. There are other people that need a buddy system. There are other people that are not at their dream body, their dream weight, and they're still here trying it. So if you're in the States and you want it to be real private and dark and quiet, quiet, Planet Fitness, okay? They're everywhere. If you are looking for something fancy, LA Fitness or Mountainside Fitness. Those are the fancier gyms. And if you are looking for a regular schmegular gym where you know you can hold your own and you know there's a lot of options, then EOS, okay? Where there's, you can go swimming if you want to, or there's a sauna, or sometimes they have a women's room. You guys are not resisting what you know you need anymore, because God is showing it to you so clearly. I keep getting winter arc, physical activity, health issues that are driving this physical activity. Because you're like, I got to get my mind right. And whether that's you guys getting swole or going to yoga or going to Pilates, whatever physical activity you're doing, there's no right or wrong way. You guys could be just needing to do cardio. Maybe you know that you're a wound up person. All my ADHDers, us, you guys might benefit off of the treadmill, power walking, listening to some good tunes, lifting weights. Others of you are like, I want to do Pilates. I want to do yoga. I want to do, what is the word? what do they call it? Not weight training. I forget the word. But you guys are not sleeping on yourself in that way anymore. Because I know you guys are all very attractive people. But you are wanting to feel that, especially with whatever health concerns you guys are going through right now. Maybe you could see the older people in your family, the older generations, are going through health issues and you're learning from that. You're like, okay, this one has cancer. This one has this issue. This one has this issue. You're like, I got to fix this. I've got to get on top of it now. Even if I just start with baby steps. Okay, even if I just start with baby steps. And I kept getting yesterday that it had a lot to do with digestive issues. You guys are figuring out the path that will work for you. There does not have to be a cookie cutter way of you doing things. But you are showing people where they cannot lie to you anymore, where they cannot interfere, and where they cannot fish because you don't care. You don't care. You don't care. Tai Chi is amazing. Yeah, some of you guys like my might like martial arts, cardio, kickboxing, swimming, aerobics. You are just seeing where you can't do things too extreme. You are seeing where it just can't be a band-aid. God is showing you what does not work anymore. And so we are choosing, like, are we going to do this on our own recognizance, or are we going to have to get dragged all the freaking way? Are we going to have to wait for a really bad diagnosis? Are we going to have to wait for shit to really hit the fan before we fix what we know needs fixing? You are really sitting and reflecting on that. You're like, I was here to shine. I am the peacock. I am Oshun. I am the light. I was here to shine. I am here to shine. I can do push-ups at home still. Yeah, there's like, I go to the gym, but there's a lot of workouts I don't like to do at the gym. Does that make sense? Especially if it's like in the busy hours. Like, I won't do all of my leg workouts at the gym, especially if there's no room in there to do it. I won't do my leg workouts there. I will do certain weight training at home, and then I'll do certain cardio at the gym. You know what I mean? Like the machines you don't have at home. So there's things that you can even do at home in the privacy of, you're going to figure it out, bestie, because you are determined. You are determined. I still do all my workouts at home. And that's whatever works for you guys. Remember, what works for another person might not work for you. There is no cookie cutter way. Do not let anyone shame you or make you feel bad because, oh my gosh, you're not going to a proper gym. What do you mean? Like, a lot of people work out at home. Has anybody been around the last 4 years? A lot of people work out at home, or they prefer it. They prefer to work out at home. Your willpower is shifting and your boundaries are shifting. Intermittent fasting. Oh my gosh, you guys must have watched yesterday's live stream because I talked about that so much and I never talk about that. We never talk about health, exercise, intermittent fasting, but it's been coming up a lot because you guys are entering your winter arc and you are getting better at giving and receiving and letting people do things for you and not self-sabotaging and not overanalyzing yourself. Not overanalyzing yourself. Like every time I stop going to the gym and then like I go back, I go to like swipe my thing and I'm like, please do not yell how long I have not been here. Please don't tell the whole entire gym that I have not been here in 300,065 days and a little dog. Please don't tell them. You guys know what I'm talking about? You know when you go to the gym and they're like, welcome back. It's only been 582 days. And you're like, shut up. I've been busy. I've been doing stuff at home. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about this gym membership. It's still been getting paid. So mind your business. Mind your business. Okay? And God is showing you, you are restoring balance to your life. There's a fog that's being lifted. And even though everything is not all fixed right now, you are not putting so much pressure on yourself like, oh my gosh, collective, you didn't fix all those issues. What are you doing? You're like, listen, shadow, listen, ego, I ain't putting a band-aid on this, so just zip it. Zip it. We're fixing this the right way. You don't like it? Sorry. Your willpower has shifted. Your ego and your shadow is going to think it's a little bit extreme, but you are protecting you and your inner child. You are getting yourself all the way together. All the way together. Yes, Libra balance on Front Street, but for real. They're just like, oh my gosh, welcome back. It's only been 682 million days. You're like, and let's see how long you haven't been to the gym. Do you work out here or do you just run your mouth? Thank you, Lisa. Do you work out here or do you just run your mouth? Some of you guys are not even being called to exercise. You are being called to eat differently. Some of you guys are being called to eat differently, or maybe you're coming to the realization that certain diets don't work for you or certain ways of eating and you're getting healthier. But one thing goes hand in hand. Like the gym and working out, whether you work out at home or you go to the gym, goes hand in hand with eating. Oh my gosh, you know what I saw today? I didn't even click on the video because I was like, I don't need to be fearmonger today. Not today, Satan. I saw that French fries are dark calories. I'm like, that one French fry is equivalent to one cigarette. I was like, can you, Satan, not today. Okay, I got enough issues. I don't need to read about the one French fry that's like having a smoke. Okay? You know what I mean? And we can't always eat healthy. So that's another reason why God is saying don't be hard on yourself. We don't always have those things accessible to us. When I was getting bounced around as a child, and I've been homeless more times than I can count, you can't always have this proper diet. I've been malnourished because of it. So I've had a lot of health issues to work out from being malnourished and having those type of issues because I didn't have what I needed. I just didn't have it. And I got really, really sick because of it. So don't let anybody shame you into, oh my gosh, you're eating terrible. For everyone, eating good is different for them. Some people can process fat and other things faster. Some people can metabolize, fast food faster or different things. So don't ever feel bad. Healthy is different for each and every person. And it changes throughout life. So what might work for you right now maybe doesn't work in the future, but you're going to figure it out because no one pivots like you. No one pivots like you. Pizza stops now, today. Yeah, some people can do well on pizza, some people can't. Some people can have gluten, some people can't. And don't get too caught up on influencers that say, oh, it's gotta be this way, because everybody's body is different. And we covered this yesterday with, you could have IBS or SIBO, for example. I'm trying to think of an example. And if you have methane SIBO, for instance, because a lot of people that have IBS have other things going on, digestive enzymes aren't going to work for you because most of the time probiotics aren't going to work for you. Fiber's not going to work for you. There are so many things that won't work for you. So don't listen to just one person's thing. Sit with yourself and reflect. Okay, what does my body do when I do this? Does it do this? Does it do that? Does it get better? Does it get worse? And you can take tidbits of things that people do, but don't put so much pressure on yourself that, oh, there's just one way to cure this thing. Some of you guys are done listening to doctors. Some of you guys are going to go to school yourself for nutrition and things that you want to fix, especially if you want to teach or coach in this. And a lot of secrets are being revealed to you. Spaghetti squash. A lot of things are being revealed to you guys about what would work good for your health. And trust me, that knowledge can help other people that are suffering silently. People aren't like, oh, hello, how are you today? I have digestive issues and I think I have IBS. Like, oh, what do you have? Like, you know what I mean? So I know a lot of my besties are like, oh, I don't want to tell people what I'm going through, but God is bringing these revelations in and these realizations in so we can make change, proper change that does not require a band-aid, that where we're not guilting ourselves, we're not bullshit lying to ourselves. You feel me? You guys are releasing scarcity that you can't be fixed. You are releasing scarcity that you can't mend what you think is broken. You should quit smoking. Excess sugar is poison. Yes, especially if you have stomach issues. Especially if you have stomach issues. Sugar can be your worst nightmare. For some people, they can't handle sugar alcohol or sativa. Some people get really sick off of that, especially if you have IBS. Like, you need to be really careful with certain sugar because your body could be having a whole fiesta and you're like, what is going on? What is going on? But you guys are going to narrow things down with tuning out a lot of noise. You'll never be lied to by your doctor again. You'll never accept a lie from a know-it-all again. A doctor, somebody that wronged you, a teacher. You'll never accept another lie again from a dirty boss, a chooch, a Decepticon. You will never. You will never. So remember that when you're listening, that you are going to assess yourself differently. When you are listening to a doctor or you're intuitive, and that is your superpower. So remember that when they're saying like, oh, this is what's wrong with you, and you're like, yeah, okay, thank you, goodbye. You're going to sit down and break down what is actually going on with you. You might even make a list like, okay, my body does not react good to this or that or this. Everybody is different. And I feel like they just don't cover that enough. They're like, oh, let me just throw this blanket diagnosis on you and then just be on your way. There's a pill for that. Like, stop. Literally stop. I swapped added sugar with honey now in my teas, and I stayed away from sugar for now. It's hard. Whatever you guys are working on, it's hard. If you are stepping away from alcohol, that ain't no walk in the park if you like it. If you guys are stepping away from sugar, that ain't no walk in the park either. If you are trying to quit smoking cigarettes, if you're trying to walk away from certain substances, I freaking salute you. You are stepping into what you want for yourself and self-love. Loving yourself fearlessly enough to say, I gotta put that down. I want to live a better life. I don't want to be wheezing or having a hard time. I want quality of life. Thank you, love, for the donation. You healed your own SIBO? Good for you. That's amazing. And certain things that you guys heal, you can make a lot of money off of that. Like, there are people that like need help and you could make money like teaching. I mean, you don't have to do it that way, but you could help people. God could be showing you guys also, hey, what you're trying to fix is extremely rare and you could help other people by guiding them. The only sugar I need is my sugar mama. You guys are funny. It almost took 2 years to figure out, and that's what I mean. It's really good knowledge. Whatever you guys figure out about healing certain things, it brings out certain knowledge. It that could help other people. Okay, let me hurry up and get out of here because hold on. Again, you guys are going to be walking away from certain ways of thinking. You guys are going to be figuring out how to abandon certain compromises that you had before. You're like, oh, I thought I could slide by, but maybe that's not going to work anymore. And you are transforming. You are transforming. There are a lot of people that are competitive with you, but you can't even really see them. Oh, you can't even really see them. because you've got enough on your plate. Wow, 10 of Cups. This is what the divine and the Most High is trying to show us we deserve. Hey, you deserve this rainbow. You deserve to frolic. You deserve to have a good life. You deserve that. You are about to be applauded. You guys are being cheered on from the ethers. Your angelic team is cheering you on. Yes, your angelic team is cheering, is maybe tearing too. Maybe tearing too. Be careful of people trying to... Be careful of people that you know have a toxic lifestyle. Be careful of them trying to like reel you into anything. Because again, you guys are going to be getting notified and messages and all types of things. But you guys are going to be applauded. And it might be so over the top that you're like, are you sure that's for me? But it is. But it is. Because God is saying that you need a certain amount of support to keep going. And confirmation to keep going. So I love you guys so, so much. Thank you guys for your donations. I appreciate you guys for being here and for making it through the glitches. You know, Mercury and all these transits are doing their thing right now. I hope this message finds you guys well. If you guys made it to the end of this video, okay, when the live stream ends, if you guys made it to the end, I want you guys to drop... be cool to drop. Ooh, I know. If you guys made it to the end of this video, I want you guys to drop rainbows and motorcycles down below. Okay, motorcycles and rainbows when the live stream ends. If you made it to the end of this video, to drop in the comments below. And yeah, I will try to reply to as many of them as I can in the comments below when the live stream is over. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell, duh. And I think that's it. All important links are in the description box. If you're looking for exclusive content that is ad-free, it's in the description box. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.